One of the most common questions any meteorologist here at WBAL TV 11 Weather gets each year is, what do you think the winter is going to be like? And that's understandable given the fact that snow, sleet, freezing rain can severely curtail our activities and disrupt our plans. And so every year we put together a winter weather outlook. And the first place we start with that outlook is what we expect in a normal winter. What's the average winter weather that we expect here in Baltimore and across the state of Maryland? And here's the average or normal snowfall, and you can see it varies greatly across the state. Out in Oakland in Garrett County, a normal winter brings over 100 inches of snow, and that's just average. I mean, there are times when they can get significantly more than that. Just to the east of them in Frostburg, it's still an impressive 72-inch normal snowfall in a given winter. And then you move into the areas east of the mountains, and it's still impressive. In areas north and west of Baltimore, 20, 30, 35 inches of snow. That's pretty typical in an average winter. And then it tapers off as you head south and east from Baltimore down the eastern shore, and especially along the coastal areas where we average only around 10 inches of snow. But recent winters, especially the last 5 winters, have fallen well short of what is normal or average for a winter in Baltimore. Last year we had just over 12.5 inches of snow at BWI. 2 years ago, just over 11 inches. 3 years ago, we set the record for the least amount of snow in any winter in Baltimore on record, with less than half an inch of snow 3 years ago. So what's been going on? Well, 4 of the past 5 winters have been what we call La Nina winters, and that has to do with the water temperatures out in the Pacific Ocean. La Nina can severely curtail the amount of snow we get in the Baltimore area and impact all kinds of winter weather activities around the Mid-Atlantic. So when we see a La Nina developing like we do this year, it's good to get up to speed on what exactly La Nina is and how it develops. And for more on that, let's go to meteorologist Ava Marie.
We're heading into winter under a La Nina pattern. That's when the water in the tropical Pacific is cooler than normal, caused by stronger than normal trade winds that push the warm water west, allowing deeper, colder water to rise to the surface. This affects the jet stream, especially during the winter. During a La Nina winter, the jet stream tends to focus on the northern U.S., causing the cooler and wetter conditions in the north and drier and warmer conditions in the south. Here in Maryland, the jet stream tends to focus just to our west, leading to the warmer than normal and drier than normal conditions. But there have been exceptions, especially because the strength of the La Nina plays a role. The weaker the La Nina, the more likely other factors will determine our winter.
Now, not all La Ninas are the same. Some are weak, some are strong, and there are other factors that could also impact how much snow we get here in the Baltimore area. So for more on the factors that could influence our snow amounts this winter, let's go to meteorologist Tony Pan.
Now, in a typical La Nina winter, we usually don't get a lot of snow around Baltimore, and the temperatures are usually above normal because the storm track goes west of Baltimore. That's not good for snow. Then we wind up with a mix of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and that kind of stuff. But this year, we think the La Nina is going to be weak or even going towards neutral towards the end of the winter. That means we have a better chance of coastal storms developing, and that's much better for snow. If you want it to snow around Baltimore, you want the storms to go east of you, and I think there's a chance for at least a couple of those. Then we're just due. There's something I call the monster snow cycle. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot in the past. If you go back about 30 years in weather history in Baltimore, every 6 or 7 years, we wound up with a snowstorm that produced over 20 inches of snow. The last one we had was in January of 2016. That was a record-setting snowfall for us. We had over 30 inches of snow in a lot of places. But that was almost 10 years ago. So we're past that 6-7 year cycle and we're due. All I'm saying, Snow Train fans, is there's a chance.
And of course, snow is not the only weather element we'll have to deal with in a given winter. There's also sleet and freezing rain. We can get ice storms here. And so to explain the difference between all these types of winter precipitation, here's meteorologist Alina Lee.
Central Maryland is no stranger to freezing rain, sleet, and of course snow, but different types of precipitation can create different impacts. Let's start with snow, for example. Out in the atmosphere, the temperature has to be at or below freezing all the way up for that snowflake to continuously fall and reach the ground. As that snow continues to pile up, it can cause slick conditions, especially on untreated surfaces like roads, bridges, and even sidewalks. The heavier the snow, the higher the impact. When it comes to sleet, for example, it may not stick necessarily as much as snow, but it can still cause for some slick conditions. Now, freezing rain is the most dangerous one of them all. It can coat things that are untreated, like cars, sidewalks, bridges, overpasses, and even the roads, almost making the roads and bridges turn into a skating rink. And of course, it can also coat on tree limbs and power lines and make those tree limbs and power lines sag, if not fall, leading to widespread outages. And that's why it's so dangerous.
Now, when a winter storm is approaching our area with snow, sleet, or freezing rain, you're going to hear us talk about things like winter storm watches and warnings and advisories. And to explain the difference between those, here's meteorologist Alencia Jenkins.
Let's start with the advisories. That's letting you know that there's some impactful weather on the way ahead of the event. Then there will be the warnings. An ice warning is when just a little sheet of ice is on the ground. That's just enough to be hazardous for travel around the region. And then there's the winter storm warning. That's a large amount of snow falling in a short amount of time. Then you got the blizzard warning. That's lowering visibility due to that blowing snow and the wind. Then there's the extreme cold. That's where wind chill values are below -10. So make sure you know these alerts, and that will give you a head start to keep you and your family safe.
So to put it all together, here's what we expect for the upcoming winter in general. And of course, this could vary depending on changing weather conditions, but the way it looks right now, with a weak La Nina developing across the Pacific and influencing the weather across the mid-Atlantic here in the eastern United States, on average, our weather team is thinking we're going to come out somewhere around 16 inches of snow. Again, 19.3 inches is average or normal at BWI Marshall. It's most likely we'll fall short of that. It only takes one big storm, however, to bring the totals way up, but it looks like in a winter like we're looking at right now, we're going to average out somewhere around 16 inches of snow. And normal temperatures, that means we're going to have some cold outbreaks, some winter Arctic outbreaks are likely, but we'll also have some periods where it thaws out a bit for a brief period of time. And overall, between now and early spring, we're likely to have near normal temperatures on average. And it does look like La Nina will typically bring us below normal total precipitation. So the snow levels will be down, and hopefully those icy conditions will also be limited in their scope and intensity across the area. That's the way the winter looks right now. Hope you stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated as all the winter storms arrive.